All right, I'm back for part three and the conclusion of this test that me and the better bachelor are taking with the wing girl here. Um, well, I don't know her name. Now I should, but I don't know her name. So let's continue with the and conclude this video. Hopefully, I don't have to be making this one too long. It's part three. So let's continue.
Use their facial expressions, their body language, their voice tonality to their highest capacities to express what they want to express. I'm trying to show you what this would be like. I'm not having like a stroke or anything, don't worry. All this allows them to grab your attention and keep us hooked on them. And with time, it makes us more and more attracted to them. You don't have
She
For before Mr. Joker explains, let me tell you what she's actually trying to say. It's over time we are more attracted to you, which means this seduction. That's it. Right? Again, every time, right, I have to mansplain it. You have to seduce, right, and attract the woman. And what make basically you're doing sexual attention. All right. So the more they're attracted, the more they're ready for you to do what you were actually there to do in the first place, right? And that's what's lost all the time, right? It's like don't seem to get that. They don't seem to get. I want to know what Joker has to say on this, but that's what she said. All that shit she said, all that mumbo jumbo, that's what it is, right? You do all this stuff, she gets attracted, right? Because you're flirting, having fun, all this. You know, in between all the peacocking, don't get into the peacock. Peacock and hand gestures could be as you talk to her, for example, right? Like you grab a little leg, right? The leg, be like, oh, grab onto the leg, right? Little things like that, right? Or hey, look, or let me see your hand as you're talking, whatever. That's game, right? But there you go.
literally says like, "Oh, I'm just trying to show you what that would be like. I'm not having a stroke." That means that you're going over the top if you have to tell your own audience, "Hey, I mean, I'm showing you what it's like, but I'm not going crazy." Oh, then how are guys going to do that without going crazy?
Um, all right. So she did a joke that, and he's taking it literal, but it's like I gave you the example right before Joker said what he said. The whole damn man, I'm trying to take a drink, and I should have. I'm trying. I either drink or listen. That's where I'm at. So, anyways, so Joker here is go over the top. Well, you got to have style, right? And yes, you have to overshoot your shit. Now, I will make a video about overshoot. I call it overshoot. So, it's how women work. I'll give you a little trailer. I call it overshoot, which means this is the way women work, right? And I don't want to make it too complicated, but as a preview, picture a woman that tells you, "All right, I want to play a game," and you're like, "I don't want to play this game." She goes, "Yes, I want to play the game," and you're gonna play it. You like her, so you go ahead and you play the game, right? So she goes, and the way it works is let's say you're in your backyard, and she goes in her backyard, right? And she wants to play this game, and she says, "You're gonna throw me the ball, right? But since we're in the backyard, there's like there's a wall, so you can't see it, and you're gonna throw this ball, and the purpose of the game is for you to throw the ball and hit me, right?" Now she sets the rules. She says, "Throw the ball at me, but you don't know where I'm at, in my own backyard, right? And you're in your backyard." So, so that's basically um, what everything that they ask for and basically say to do. That's how they play it, right? They tell you what it is the goal is, right? Give you the rules. It's an effed up premise. Well, how am I supposed to throw the ball at you if I can't see you? Right? That's the problem with the wall. That's why I call it overshoot. You might hit her with luck, right? If you throw it and you happen to hit wherever the hell she's at. But the purpose of overshot, right? Which I'll explain in my video. So that's a quick trailer of overshooting. To defeat anything she could throw at you, you overshoot it, basically. So I'll explain it and break it down in another video. But that's a trailer for today in this sub video. So let's see. Let's continue.
I mean, you're going to tell me that a guy's sitting there going, yeah, throwing his eyebrows all over the place and smirking is no.
Don't, again, you're taking it too literal. Kind of like my overshot trailer example, right? The game is simple, right? You're like, and I know you're taking it too literal. Like, yo, now you want to hit her in the head, right? But it's you have to understand what's really going on for you to get it, right? Like, she's explaining it, but Joker doesn't seem to get past the fact that all this extra shit. It's not you wibbling or running around like you're Kermit the Frog, like a damn Muppet. It's you flirting, right? It's you talking to her with your hands. As you're talking to her, you can grab her. Did you ever saw that scene in Jurassic Park where Ian Malcolm, right? He's like, "Now I refuse that you are not." He tells Dr. Sattler, right? I refuse that you don't know the concept of whatever the hell it was. Was it love or something or attraction? The law of attraction, something like that. And he comes up with this stupid ass scheme, right? Of the water scene in the hand, right, where he says, "Now I'm going to show you an example of critical, what was it, chaos theory, right?" And he puts a little water drop, and her being the woman that she is, she threw that little, um, she says, what's it, Dr. Grant, right? Ellen, look at this, as she's flirting with Ian Malcolm, and Ian Malcolm's doing all his game and shit, right? So that little sequence in a movie literally shows you what's really going on when you actually understand. Now she's playing stupid, right? And by stupid I mean Dr. Sattler, right? She's sitting there flirting with Malcolm, and at the same time she's pushing Dr. Grant's buttons, but Dr. Grant ultimately being the real man. Notice he didn't react at all. He could care less what the hell Ian was doing with his little shitty water drop down the hand and this and that. He walked out of the damn car. And that's where you get the famous scene. How many fucking times do I have to put locking mechanisms in the damn vehicles, right? But there you go. Again, that's type of stuff that Space Lucha's going to show you. And that's why I love movies. Because, believe it or not, movies are a mirror of real life. And the only reason good movies actually work is because there's based on reality of how it actually works. So as you're watching a movie, in your head, for you to actually fully get involved in the movie and basically emotionally invested in the movie, you have to believe it. It has to make sense mathematically, logically, right? It has to make sense within the realm of reality for it to be a good damn movie. But that's how it works. So there you go. And Ian, right, was doing is he was telling her, right, his little chaos theory, but he was touching her hand. He was doing the fake ass, for all the science stuff. He was playing his game. So that's basically what she's saying. And Mr. Joker here is telling you, do not do the Kermit the Frog hand just running around, right, running scared. No, that's not the same thing. I don't know how he gets that picture though. Right? Just because she did it. I mean, she did kind of look like Kermit the Frog. So there you go. But again, I've just explained it in the Jurassic Park scene. In that little quick scene, that's basically what's always going on. Universally, you have to be Dr. Grant. Now, don't, before somebody says, well, in Jurassic Park 3, forget about Jurassic Park 3. Jurassic Park 1, that scene alone, that's it. Be Dr. Grant.
Just That's all crap. Just be yourself. And if you're a not extremely expressive person, then don't go over the top. I don't know if she's trying to like explain peacocking, if you do this with clothes or your personality or what. Just
Yeah. Um, it sounds to me like Joker here is not up for the challenge, and he sees it at work as work. Like he doesn't see the point in it anymore. He doesn't have it in him. He's lost the will to compete, and that's what women see. So don't go the Joker route. Better Bachelor here. All right. You're gonna stay Bachelor with that kind of attitude. All right. Stay sane. All right. So there you go. Let's continue.
eh.
Have to be as animated as I'm showing. I was just showing like
There you go. He has no attitude, no killer instinct. Right. He's the type of guy. Right. I mean, again, nothing against him, but it's like if you're gonna go fishing, right? Well, you take another guy that wants to go fishing, not sit there in the boat and go, well, what's the point? I'll go buy it at the supermarket. Well, you really, right? Just gonna go buy a dead ass fish, and then you end up with a single mom. So there you go, right? Once again, Space Sutra explaining, oh, exactly how it works. There you go. That's how you end up in the situation of single mom, right? You're gonna catch your own fish, or you're gonna go buy it at the supermarket, and you're gonna get exactly what comes with buying, right, or already prepackaged fish. So there you go.
an extreme example of it. But you get what I mean. Question 17. Do you laugh or smile often? It's a scientifically proven fact that smiling and laughing makes you seem more attractive and endearing and sexy. Lots of guys
Yes,
will
I
laugh from
do.
doing this because they feel they need to be more reserved, like non-expressive James Bond type of men. But like I mentioned before, that doesn't do you any good. Laughing and smiling are two of the most endearing things you can do as a man. Plus, since
Yep.
emotions are contagious, we start to feel amazing when you laugh or smile around
Yes.
us. And what girl doesn't want to be with a guy who makes her feel wonderful? Question
I agree with this, but again, it's got to be appropriate. Like, you can't be the funny guy and laughing at your own crap all night. And yes, if you say something that
Listen to what he said. You can't be the guy that's laughing at your own crap. Well, if you don't believe in your own crap, then there you go. Again, you ain't hitting the other points. It has to be legit. If you're smiling and laughing, it's because you're actually having fun. It's just that simple, which is why it's that damn hard. Right? Because it's the legitimacy part is what gets everybody, right? Like catches them off guard. Legitimacy, right?
it's funny and she laughs, you can kind of laugh along with, but you're going to look like a mean.
No, again, you're waiting for her cue. It's not about her cue. It's you. You're the cue. You're the one, right? That she said it. You're the one that leads the way. You don't wait for her. Well, if she laughs, then it's okay. No. You laugh, period. That's it, because it was funny to you. And because it's legit. Right? You don't have to worry about how the hell she takes it. You just do it and that's it. Do it. Right?
Maniac if you're just telling your own jokes and laughing. If she says something funny, yeah, again, laugh and be, but you go over the top with this and people are going to think you're bipolar or something.
People are irrelevant. You're on a date, you and your girl. That's it. Everybody else, you don't have to give a rat's ass about at all. Right? And yes, the girl might, but if she knows that she's with you, right, and no matter what's going to happen, which goes back to the point of does she feel safe with you? If she knows that, yes, everybody else is judging, but you have it all handled, right, then you could see you're the real man and everybody else is irrelevant. The only point that matters is yourself. Everybody else, right, can basically go, to hell in a handbasket. It's all about you and your woman. So forget about everybody else.
Look, most of the times that I've had women show interest, or you can be funny, but my delivery is very dry. I'm kind of a very sarcastic,
There you
dry
go.
person. I'm not all, out of the. And I'm telling you, you can be dry and witty and sly and funny and sardonic and have plenty. I just don't think you have to be this bubbly, like happy-go-lucky guy. Maybe if it's, I don't know.
That's not what she's saying. She's not saying be a happy-go-lucky, be SpongeBob. She didn't say that. She said, "Are you happy and having fun?" That's it. And for you to be happy and have fun, it has to be legit. Meaning, you got to be happy and have fun. So again, it's a paradox. Why it's easy, but it's so hard to do because you're trying to do something that you're not actually having. And if you ain't having fun, then you see why you suck in the date. I hate to say it, but that's the raw, honest truth. If you ain't having fun, then you can't legitimately have fun. That's and therefore she can't have fun. Cause again, you lead the way.
I don't know who she's talking about, but again, there's a reason. Bad boys don't run around telling jokes and laughing and making noises and stuff. Bad boys are usually guys that hit the gym. They're a little.
Bad boys, huh? Again, it's like they don't. Mr. Bachelor here doesn't get it. It's not about being a bad boy. About being a man, a real man.
Little bit moody. They may be funny, but the most you're going to get out of them is maybe them smirking instead of, they might smile with a smirk.
He's got the classic. What is the bully, right? The one who's sitting in the back. He thinks he's the shit, right? Because he's the bad boy, right? But let's be honest, right? That guy is irrelevant. Once again, it's irrelevant to a real man because he could do whatever the hell he wants. Don't matter. You ain't competing against him, right? And that's him, and you are you, right? You don't have to be a real man. That's it. That's all you have to do. And bad boys like that, believe it or not, right? It's like in the sea, right? The bad boy, yeah, he could be like a great white, right? Bad boy. There you go. But even the great white fears a killer whale. They are the masters of the sea. A killer whale is not the best because he's big, right? He's the best because he's the smartest.
Or something, but they're not going to be belly laughing and throwing themselves all over the place. I just don't think that's accurate. Women say that, but I know of a lot of guy comedians that are not pulling in a lot of tail. Most of the time, it's the good looking, tall, athletic.
No, because comedians, right? I mean, yeah, there's some comedians are good and they make you laugh, but they lack once again. Most of their fun is tragic, right? All of their jokes are tragic, right? You can have fun, a laugh here and there, but if you're a tragic comedian, right? It's like mostly it's all kind of sickly jokes, especially nowadays. And now, again, he's right with the comedians. Yes, but that's their profession to be happy. It's not being a man to a woman. That's being a comedian. Not the same thing. You got to be funny, but not a comedian. Right? You need to see the difference.
Broody guys that are getting the women, the exceptionally beautiful women. Maybe it's just me.
Number 18. Do you use physical touch when you interact with people? Touch releases a chemical called oxytocin in our
There
brain.
you
This
go.
chemical instantly creates positive, feel-good sensations of trust, emotional bonding, and comfort, while
What did I just say? See, I told you. I'm a big toucher. Some might say I'm a squid, right? Or octopus, depending on the level of chick there, right? A squid let me explain. A squid has those two hands before they go all in, right? They got the two little ones. You ever seen a squid, right? A colossal squid that's got all the tentacles, but then there's like two in the middle, right? So you got two. You could be a squid. Right? Octopus straight up, right? Goes all over the place because he's been waiting for it. That's why they can open jars. So there you go. Another perfect example by the space luchador. So that yeah, so I gave myself a point there, and again, it's interconnected with all the other points. Remember, I said they're all subcategories or puzzle pieces that you must put together. You need them all because they're all connected to you can see and obviously deliver in the big picture. Joker doesn't seem to see that. Let's see.
Decreasing fear and anxiety. In simple words, it creates a connection between people almost instantly. Now, I've seen that a lot of men don't initiate touch when they interact with women, and that's
Yep.
because they're afraid of being creepy
Yep.
or assaulting the woman. And I get that, but like I said, touch is such a key component to building connection. Men who can do it safely in an interaction have women like them almost instantly.
Keyword safely in the interact, meaning you know what you're doing. It has to almost be legit slash innocent slash naive slash right, but it's all you have to just know how to do it, when to do it. It's a matter of but don't overthink it. It'll come natural when you get all the other stuff. But again, let's continue.
Plus, breaking the touch barrier quickly and getting a woman used to your touch also makes sexual escalation so much easier and so much smoother.
That's what I
Yeah, okay, great. Now, how do they do that without being told they're creepy? Now, notice she doesn't mention that. She's like, oh, they're afraid they're going to be called creepy. Yeah, they are. And what if a guy does like cross that boundary, try to initiate that, and she doesn't have the interest? She's going to be creeped out. Again, phone call to HR. Or she may talk to a bouncer and tell him to get this guy out of here. He just touched me.
Nope. You have to. That's why I said it has to be slash naive, slash innocent, and you got to know where too. It's not like you can grab someone's ass and be like, hey, how are you doing? No, it's not how it works. You can, however, right, touch her hand, especially when you're on a date, not randomly. That's why you got to, again, you got to, when you're actually fishing, right, there's levels to it, right? You can be on the boat. You still ain't fishing just yet. You're on the boat, right? You got your little your bait. Still ain't fishing. Once you throw your line, now you're fishing. So there's levels to it. You got to know when, where, all sorts of steps. And yes, it takes work, but it becomes natural. It ain't that hard. You can learn, right?
The safest, now she is right that if you can initiate this, and if you guys saw me on the Fresh and Fit podcast, the easiest way I'll do it is when I'm talking to somebody,
Those guys are the worst. Not because, right? Not because, like, their shows, it's cool, right? Good show, but it's the messaging, right? It's the woman bashing. They come more across of, well, it's not here or there, relevant.
pretend like I'm getting their just touching them to get their attention. Like I'll just reach out with a fingertip. So if it was like if this was her shoulder, I might be and I'll just reach out and just literally touch them with a couple of fingers, like boop, and then I'll go, oh, and another thing is, and I immediately take it off, and then I point to them like, another thing is funny, and I just pretend.
That's too much explanation to do. Boop. That's the problem. It's like you're scared, right? I just do this because if it's more than 4 fingers, then I'm no. That's why they pick all that. It's and here's the thing. I'll explain it like this, and you'll hear it first once again in the Space Luchador Man's Point of View channel, right? You'll get this. The reason they do what they do is because you showed your cards. Now let me explain. Right? It's like they pick up on your fear the moment you show it, of just how the way you kind of, they already know you're scared, which is the reason, and they hate weakness. So put it like this, yeah. It's the best and most easiest example. All women universally hate weakness. They can't take it, they despise it, they hate it with all their might. So they're gonna do everything to get it out of the way. And by that, squash it, eliminate it, get rid of it any way that they can, any means necessary. So obviously they're gonna do the tricks of, oh, it's a creep, and get rid of you because they don't need you. Women do not need weak ass men, right? Because they count for two. Their humanity would dictate, well, I don't want to mess with them, but they're number two. They're 2 point. That one says, F that. We don't need them. Get rid of them. Out of here. Eliminated. Right? Fatality. Right? It's sad, but that's a fact. And that's why it's ruthless. That's why you get the HRs and they do what they have to do to get rid of it. They don't want it. They hate it. Once you get that and understand that, then you see, then you can catch it. You can prevent it. You can even deal with it. Because you're like, you know what? I get it. That's why I was kicked out. And you almost accept it. You know what? You don't almost, you accept it once you actually understand and realize all you have to do is get rid of the weakness. All right? But again, that's next level stuff.
Pretend like that's because it is kind of actually the way I talk. I don't poke people like that. The other thing you can do is you guys say something that's funny, you can high five. I mean, no, it's not really romantic or hot, but it's very safe. So you can high five with somebody or fist bump them or something like that and have a laugh.
Forget about everything he said. You heard that? That he should erase all of his damn points if he's been writing them down. That alone eliminates literally all of her damn list. You heard that? You high five. So, because it's safe. If you're playing safe, you ain't playing. You're on the sidelines, and that's where you're going to stay for the rest of your life. If you stop with this shit of being the nice guy or playing safe or being weak or quitting, you don't have what it takes to handle or deserve a woman. That is the truth. And truth hurts, I know. But I'm sorry, but it's the only way, right? Unless you want to buy it, and you could buy it, but it don't make it legit. You missed the point. So there you go. But that's how it is.
About it. Treat them like you would a guy friend or a buddy. That's a good way to break down the barrier. But you can't be going around like trying to initiate that. You got to have a really good set of social skills to know when it's appropriate to cross this boundary, or again, you're going to get yourself in hot water. See, the thing the dating coaches never tell you is like there's a lot to this. There's a lot to this.
Well, that's the smartest thing Better Bachelor said all day. He's right. They don't tell you the details. Space Luchador, however, is breaking it down to the most simplest form. Mansplaining it straight up, raw, truth, facts. That's it. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about what you think the world works or how it should be. It just is. And it's fine tuned to be that way. And you ain't going to change it. All right? You can modify it, but you can't change it. So let's continue.
And you do really have to get committed, and you do have to literally study and if you're not a natural, and figure out how to do this stuff. And yeah, maybe you do end up buying courses from coaches. But at the end of the day, what's it all worth? You get a woman that's 60% likely to file divorce against you, 50% to cheat on you, 80%.
You heard that? 10% to do this, 50% to do that. Well, you set yourself up for failure. If you're looking at the world like that, right? I got 10% chance of her kicking me right in the nut sacks. Well, you're the one that set that 10%. You're the one putting the 20%. Well, she's going to leave me. I know that for sure. Well, you ever heard of the law of attraction? It just only means that you're attracting it because that's what you truly believe. So you made your failure, right? You're accepting failure from the very beginning, which in turn will give you failure from the very beginning. That is what she says. That's why she made the list. That's why all these damn points matter. Because it's all one big ass thing, right? All subbed up into little categories, right? Little puzzle pieces, right? But all of them go right out the window if you have that point of view, right? The one the better bachelor is giving you the, well, why am I going to do all this damn work if in the end, right, I'm going to be paid with a big swift kick in the ass, right? As I go out the window, no, actually, yeah, as I go out the window and some new guy comes in through the front or the back or wherever the hell. Well, you set yourself up for that one, right? Because you already determined that that's what's going to happen. So there you go, right? I mean, that's it. Mansplained it for you. That's how it works. It's like, and you buy the lottery ticket knowing that you already lost. So you're looking at it like, well, how much do I want to lose today? I'll do the five today. I could lose five. So you put your little $5 in the lottery ticket machine, right? You get your little ticket. Sure enough, you lost. Why? Because you went in thinking you're gonna lose from the very beginning. That is what you must change, right? Now you will get there, right? If you stick around with the space, luchador, in the man's point of view. So there you go. Once again, explained it.
5% to take the kids in a custody battle. I mean, if you're casually dating, great. But again, sometimes it's just easy. It's the quickest way. If all the time that you put in money and you put into these dating coaches, you could just go out and hire a professional for a little while. Go get a massage down at the Happy Ending Saloon or something.
Number 19, can you maintain deep eye contact as you speak? It's easy to make
I knew he was gonna go that route. I told you. There you go. Go buy yourself a little massage with happy ending. It's like, really? That's how pathetic you think you are, right? That why do all this damn work? I might as well just go buy it, right? For your little 5 minutes of happy ending that you in a shitty ass, right? Where you don't even, not that I would know, but I'm pretty sure you ain't having fun, right? Buying a little happy ending, right? In some damn massage parlor, right? Maybe being recorded or something, right? why doesn't he? Why doesn't he see? Well, what if you get caught there, right? Is that worth it? right. But anyways, that that's why I always say, don't count the cost. Even if you're gonna do the happy ending massage parlor shit, don't count the cost. Just do it. right. Shia LaBeouf, do it. That's what he meant. Just do it. Don't think about it. Don't count the cost.
eye contact when you're listening. But can you maintain it while speaking?
Yes, eye contact. I do that now. Right. Here we go. Give myself a point. I don't know if the Joker's doing it anymore, but I want to know shit. My top level dude, right?
Eye contact clearly shows how confident or how insecure you are. Plus, eye contact also makes people pay attention to you and creates intense feelings of trust and connection. And not
Yes.
only that, there are also experiments done which show that two people can actually experience love and admiration for each other simply by gazing into each other's eyes for a certain period
Yes.
of time, which is
Because and I'll point to another movie, right? Now, a lot of people give shit to George Lucas for Star Wars, but if you actually look at what's in it, Darth Vader, Christian Hedge, whatever the hell is in Christian, Anakin. Let's talk about Anakin. So Anakin, you remember all the scenes? Go back and watch a movie, right? All the scenes where he's actually dating, or in this case, supposedly taking care of the princess, right? Some of these scenes, right, and a lot of people talk about he doesn't know how to write love, and it's like you don't have to know how to write love to know how it is in those simple scenes. You look at it, and that's why I bring this up. There's a scene where Padme's dressing right, and she got her boobs out and shit. She didn't have to do that, right? She didn't have to wear straight up corset, right? Whatever the hell that is. You know that shit that women wear that basically like make their that makes their boobs go up, right? All cleavage, those dresses, right? She did that for a reason, right? And then Anakin has to sit there, and he supposedly doesn't have to see her, right? And she says, "Don't look at me like that, Anakin." and he goes, "Why not?" right? That's it. Because again, that's how it works. She did that for a reason. Then throughout the challenge, which is don't look at me, Anakin. And Anakin was supposed to look down. Oh, okay. Now, if it was the better bachelor, he would have been like, oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll look over here. Right? No. Anakin did the why not? Right. And in the end, that's why you got Luke. Luke and what's her name? Leia. He reeled the fish and ate it. So there you go. I mean, it's that simple. So I don't know why people giving George Lucas shit for that, but I thought that was a pretty good movie. Anyways, it's not here or there.
Fascinating, right? What's more, eye contact is also the easiest way to spark sexual tension, which makes women
Yes.
eager to take things to the next level with you.
Again, it's true, but you've got to you've got to get there's a definitive path. She's making it sound like if you do this with any woman, no, that there's so many steps in between this stuff.
No.
And again, if you just buy her course for $5.99.
No. Look, you got to look. I wish I could be talking to Better Bachelor directly. I'll tell you, look, Better. We can have, a debate. I will show you, look. It's not so as you do it to all women, but rather you get used to it by doing it to all women, and therefore you become a master at it. Now it becomes a thing that you do, not something that you're waiting for a cue to do. Does that make sense? Because then you end up in the situation of you're waiting for her to give you permission to gaze at her eyes. And therefore, you've become what she's actually trying to, again, eliminate. Weakness. Get it out of here. I don't like it. Don't like the smell. I don't like the surrounding. It's useless. Women hate it. So they do what they do to identify it and, like a Terminator, go kill it. Just like that. And that's the only thing you're setting yourself up for, right? If you think like the Better Bachelor. But again, I'm not attacking the dude. I'm just showing you what's out there, right? So let's continue.
Or I don't know how much your course is, but take her course and she'll teach you all this stuff. Or you know what? You could just be a masculine, intelligent man and do your own thing, and just be.
Or subscribe to the Space Luchador Man's point of view, right? And you will learn because I'll show you exactly how it's done. Right, point from point, break it down, build it, break it down again, rebuild it, tweak it, engineer it, and now you could use it. That's how it should be done, right? So there you go. You can subscribe to Space Luchador. I would say best bet, right, with me, and I'll show you how it's done.
Happy. And then if you happen to bump into somebody and you have a good conversation with them, great. But this is an awful lot of work, and it's almost like a part-time job to go through all these steps.
Yes, it is. But just like a part-time job, right? You do it for a reason, right? And eventually when you get your little paycheck, you realize, oh, that's why I do it. And then you go right back. So it pays off to do the work.
Steps. And again, I just don't think it's worth it. I just don't think it's worth it. Now, over time, can you learn this stuff? Yes. But the majority, I was kind of an awkward guy when I was younger. I was very.
I would like to ask him, why do you think, if anybody's like a Better Bachelor fan or knows the dude, maybe you can comment, right, and tell them why. Why do you think it ain't worth it? Maybe I'll do it one of these videos. And but I don't think he even acknowledges, especially from the Space Luchador. See a comment down there. But, oh well, I'll answer. I answer my comments. I don't see why people don't for some reason.
Very awkward in school. And then as I became a DJ and I got into sales and did some other things, I got so comfortable I can talk to anyone about anything. That's what really amped my game up. As far as dating, is just being comfortable in my own skin and being able to talk to anyone about anything. And then as you develop your personality further and you develop your own kind of zone of who you are as a person, then it gets a lot easier. Dating now in my 40s is a lot easier than it was in my teens or 20s. And 30s was about the same. By then I had kind of figured myself out. But again, just if you just live your course and
But all that goes out the window if, again, it ain't worth it to you, which is at the core what his message is.
dress well and take care of yourself and hygiene wise and go to the gym and not be weird or awkward when you talk to people, most of this stuff goes out of the way if you have the looks for the type of woman that you're interacting. I go talk. It doesn't matter if I've got all the tips. So far, I'm at 18 out of 19. My personal opinion. You may disagree, but I know me pretty well. The only one I don't have is a big social circle. So already you're going to tell me that I'm in the top 1% of sexy, most attractive men out there? Come on, let's be realistic about this, okay? We all know
Well, I don't think any of those stuff was his problem. If I was giving him advice, I would tell him eliminate your weakness. Eliminate your why it ain't worth it to you. Eliminate why the negative part. The why should I do this if I'm gonna fail? Eliminate that, just that. You're 5'7", he said, right? All the nice ones, right? The shorties, 5'5", 5'6", even 5'7", right? Once you're taller than 5'8", 5'9", right? They start looking, with high heels and stuff. Now you basketball player chicks, right? But anyways, that's not here or there. The nice ones again are down there. You don't need to be um, anything taller than 6 foot, 6'3", 6'4", and all those. It should not matter to you, right? That shouldn't be your priority. Is what I'm saying, right? Just eliminate your weakness and your unwillingness to do the work. That's it. If what you want is not really what you want, then you're wasting your time, right? Because that's the message you're sending to what it is you want. So there you go. Law of attraction explained, right? You'll get what you think you deserve. And it has to be legit. It's not like you say, well, I think I deserve that. But the reality is, your inner you really, really, that's the one that counts, right? So let's continue.
I'm not that guy. And you guys aren't either for the vast majority of you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, to kind of act like, well, all you need is these tips and you're going to be one of the most attractive men out there. Sorry, not going to happen because
It's not these tips, it's the how to do it. Now you have to go ahead and understand what it is she's actually saying. Two, you have to master it, then you have to use it. Okay, it's not just, well, I know this, now what? No, you have to do the work. You have to do the work and you have to use it. And it has to be legit. Can't be a one of those fake ass attempts of like, well, now I know that if I look at her eyes, but it's this weird ass looking of the eyes that ain't real. It has to be real.
in these dating apps and in ways that you interact with these entitled women, they don't give you the opportunity to
Get rid of that too. That's what I would tell them, right? Get rid of the entitled women and just say, women, forget about the entitled because you come across as you are butthurt at women. There's some sort of animosity, right? Some sort of hate. Get rid of that. You don't need it. You know what I mean? That's the message you're sending women, and it puts them off because they see it just as quick as I see it, maybe more.
show any of these awesome characteristics. They do the, oh, yeah, no, you're unattractive, or no, you're not my type, or no, you're short, or no, you're bald, or no, this, no, that, no, that. And because I'm a princess, and then they just move on. All these things that she's talking about are wonderful, but you've got to get the opportunity to try to express this with somebody. And let's face it, it's not nearly that easy anymore, especially on dating apps where I don't know what percentage of people are meeting each other now on these dating apps. It's literally a nope, 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 nope. You get half a second to a second to make your impression. How do you do that with one, maybe two photographs?
How about not get into the nope, nope, nope? Get out there and fish, right? What are you doing? It's like fishing on a tablet. You're like, all right, and you reel it in, right? Now you got some points, right, in the game, but in all reality, you got jack, nothing. All you did was play a fishing game, simulated on a tablet. That's what those dating apps are. It's a game. You're playing an actual game and you're playing games with your life, right? Go out there and fish. That's it, right?
Yes. That's why I think this stuff is being disingenuous. Again, it's just better to live your own life and not pour too much energy into this. I just think it's a waste.
Question 20. Are you a good listener? Women crave this so much.
There you go. Okay. Now, this one, I'm going to give myself a point because I am a perfect listener now, right? Now, this one is um, special to me because it took me a long time to understand this and develop it, but I now know it's listen to them, not do what they say, which is different, right? So it took me, I'm giving you a straight up, shortcut, boom, just like that. Took me a long ass time to develop it and understand it and comprehend it, rebuild it, right? Deconstruct it, engineer it to what you see now, which is listen to them, do not do what they say. See the difference, right? However, like she said, she's right. Listen to them because they're giving you the answers, right? Not telling you what to do, but rather giving you the answers, what it is you need to know, right? And I know it's hard, but you will get it, right? In due time.
Desperately want a man who can make us feel heard and understood. It's one of our deepest emotions.
You heard that? Heard and understood. Now, what does that mean? Break it down for you. Check it out. She says something, you get it, you understand it, now you know what to do. Make sense? Now, she didn't say, well, do what we say. All right? Which is where I think I damn near guarantee it. Joker here is probably going to say that, the do what I say part, which again, it comes from him being the negative, the whole animosity part. He refuses to actually listen, not do what she says, but listen. So there you go. Let's see. Let's find out if I'm correct.
Emotional cravings, which means a man who can patiently listen is no doubt very appealing to us. He makes us feel heard and valued by doing this simple act of listening, and that makes us like him almost immediately. Question 21.
And wait till you're married. Wait till you're dating somebody seriously. Oh my God, the phone calls. Oh, the hours of, you'll never believe what happened with Becky today at work. Blah, blah, blah.
What did I tell you? You heard that? He ain't listening. Now her telling, like her calling, like your wife or something or a girlfriend calling you to tell you a story is you're not, that's not the same thing. You got to understand that most of the shit that they do is to throw you off. Now, yes, you can listen to the story and it could be irrelevant. You could hear it and be like, oh, yeah, all right, cool. But that's it, right? Again, it falls into the realm of doing what she says. Because you got to understand, it goes back to all the points originally. Again, that's why it's hard, right? It could just be another hoop, but you still listen to what she's saying. There's a reason she's telling you this story, right? In his premise. Most women tell you certain shit to get the message across of what it is you need to do. She's opening the door for you to do something, right? Not do what she says, but listen to what she needs. Does that make sense? Right? Now, again, you'll master this in due time. But he's taking it the wrong way of like, well, I got to listen to her telling me all this stupid nonsense crap. But yes, listen to it, not do what she says. Just listen to it. Be like, all right. If it doesn't matter, right, then it doesn't matter. But you're there to listen, right? It might just be that she knows that you're listening. That's it. That's the purpose. So it's not the story, but the purpose that she called you. Now put it this way. I'll give you this example. Maybe this would be a better example. Let's say she calls, right? She tells you this stupid ass story that doesn't matter. Perhaps if you actually knew what women are and actually master it, Could it be that she called you, right? Because she wants to see you, right? Opening the door for you to maybe set up a date or take me out or whatever, right? But her excuse was the story. Now, within the story, now, of course, there's levels to it. Once again, within the story, it could be a story that she kind of injected herself like a movie, right? Like, well, see, this guy did this for her and blah, 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 or whatever the hell, or can you believe this and that? It opens up the door for you, a master hunter, experienced fisherman, to once again reel it in and eat it, right? Understand that that's all that's going on. But again, Mr. Joker here loses the point.
Garden salad stolen, blah, blah, blah. Boss yelled at me about blah, blah. Customer did this, blah, 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 blah. Things that you do not care about. It's not always going to happen.
All right, translation through a man's point of view, mansplaining, things that you don't care about. Now, all you say that to a woman, right, in any way, shape, or form, all she heard, you don't care about me. That's it. So, yes, you didn't care about the story. You don't give a shit about her whatever the hell happened at work. All she heard was, you didn't care about me. And therefore, you dropped the ball, son. Right? Now, I know, again, it's hard. It really is. And Mr. Bachelor here could always say, well, it's too much damn work. It ain't worth it. Well, that right? The value is to the beholder, as they say, right? If the treasure that you have ain't worth it to you, then there you go. It's a paradox. It's a little thing that'll never end, but I'm showing you how it works, right? And you don't need to fall off. You don't need to drop the ball, right? You can get it right, and in the end, you will know that yes, it is worth it once you know how to really earn it and get it. Then you will learn to actually enjoy it. Once you, again, it becomes second nature.
But there's a whole lot of talking from women, let me tell you. A buddy of mine lives in California. We might not talk for half a decade, like 4 or 5 years. And he'll message me out of the blue, or I message him out of the blue. Hey, man, how's it going? Good. Hey, you got a minute for a call? Yep. Pick up phone. Hey, man, what's new? Nothing. Job's good. Kids good. Family's good. This is good. What's going on with you? Boss is almost done. Going to be traveling. YouTube's going great.
That's amazing. And that's one of the biggest problems. Listen to what he just did. I think he committed one of the biggest errors that guys commit today, 2022. He's equivalating, or he's putting his guy friend from California, equivalating him to a woman. You see what's wrong with the picture? It's like, so what he's saying, technically, or in this case, I think a woman would be like, well, then go ahead and date your friend. Right? Quit women altogether, man. If you can, if you have a better relationship with your guy friend from California, well, there you go. No better solution than that. And then you can stop your suffering with the women, right? Go play tutti frutti and live happily ever after with your friend in California, since you can not waste your time with him and it just get to the point. So there you go, right? So that's how it works. See, weakness, not needed, eliminated. That's what women do at the core. All right, let's continue.
Blah, blah. Hey, man, that's awesome. Great. Blah. 20 minutes, we're done. We're good for another 5 years.
What'd I say?
There's no woman alive that can tell you a 20-minute or 30-minute story and be good not for 5 years, but for 5 hours. You have to be the entertainer.
Exactly, because she's a woman. So what do you want? You want a man or a dude or a guy? Or do you want a woman? I'll leave that for homework. For you guys out there, put it down in the comment. What do you want?
Entertainment director. You have to listen, you have to empathize, you have to care. Sometimes you need to problem solve, but other times you just need to listen and understand. And you shouldn't help solve the problem. Oh, now which one is which? I don't know, because she's not going to tell you. You're supposed to again, just hoop after hoop after hoop after hoop.
Spoiler alert: the hoops will never end. And guess what? Another spoiler alert: only a real man understands that, and not only that, but he's willing to accept the never-ending challenge of jumping the hoops to get what you want. Reel it in and eat it. Do it. Just do it. That's Child LaBeouf. Man, there you go. I mean, it's ridiculous, but that's what it is.
For what? For what?
To eat it.
1. Do you have expansive body language? This is super crucial. Do you have expansive body language? Do you sit and stand with your back straight and shoulders pulled back? Do you take up space as you move? Do you hold?
Perfect example, yes. Now, I'm working on this one because, I don't want to be an asshole about it, but I know what she means. So, you know what? I'm not going to give myself a point. I'm going to be legit and not give myself a point for that one. I'm working on it, so I'll give myself a point later. But let me explain what she's saying. I don't even have to finish it. I already know what she's saying. She's saying, are you worth, again, it goes back to all the other points, right? Do you think you're worth the space? That's why you take up space, right? For example, right? I'll give you an example. Taking a bath, right? Now, if you go in taking a bath with the idea of, well, I want to save water, so because the planet's going to hell in a handbasket, and I only want to use, a gallon of water, then you're not going in to take a bath for you. You're going in to try to save the world, right? Or try to save water. Here's the difference. If you think you're expensive, right, then you will take whatever water needed, whether the world is going to hell in a handbasket or not. Are you expensive? That's what she means. Do you deserve it? Do you think you deserve not 1 gallon, not 2 gallons, but what it takes? The amount of water that it's going to take for you to take a good ass bath. Why? Because you deserve it. And there you go. You just have to, again, understand that to know what she's saying. But again, the Space Luchador's here to mansplain it for you. That's how it works. Now, let's see what the Joker has to say.
Hold your head up high. Heck, how's your body language right now as you watch this video? You see, these little things matter so much. When you have expansive body language, you look dominant and confident, both of which makes girls find you very sexy. In fact, body language matters even more than clothing when it comes to looking great. By simply changing your body language, you can elevate your sex appeal instantly. Question 22, can you start?
You hear that? So if you look like George Costanza from I almost said Friends, from Seinfeld, if you look like some frumpy guy that's bald and has.
You see that? He missed the entire point. You missed that? Now, again, I told you what she really said, right? She told you in the way a woman would explain it, right? Without giving away what I give away, right? The straight up, there it is. She said it the way she has to say it because she can't just straight up say it. It will defeat the purpose, right? It has to be the way she said it because that's the way she understands it in her head, right? He missed it completely, and now he's equivalent it to stand to some big dude, I guess. I don't know who the hell he mentioned, but from Seinfeld. Not that I watch, right? I just know the name because, everybody talks about Seinfeld. Never seen it.
Carrot top hair coming out of your head, and you're 4'5". But if you throw your shoulders back and walk with an air of
Again, it's the negative. It's like he fails the test because he's negative, right? He goes right back to, well, you're 4'5", you're a midget, right? What? It's like, well, that's you. Yeah, in life you are 4'5". That's what you believe. You understand? And that's all she's really saying with the list. It's just, again, subcategories, puzzle pieces.
Confidence. Again, I'm not crapping on all her points. Yes, these points are great. But she's still.
They're great. And they're also the truth. But the problem is the guys, or at least the better bachelor, is having a hard time deciphering it, understanding what she's actually saying. How do you, if you can't understand it and you can't decipher it, then you can't use it. And if you can't use it, then yes, I understand why he sees it at what's the point. It's irrelevant, doesn't matter, it's useless. It's only useless, right? It's like a master tool is useless to someone that doesn't know how to use it. Just as the best tool in the world, right? The best tool in the world, if it ain't for the job that you're going in to do, you can have the greatest tool in the world, but if you don't know how to do the job, then you're worth a damn, right? It's the same thing. So there you go.
You notice she still hasn't touched on, like, hey, guys, we really like guys that make good money, more money than us. Hey, we do like tall guys. We like handsome guys. We like guys with full heads of hair. We like all these different things. Now, can you make up for that? Yes. Can you maybe get into the top 20 or 30% of men? Yes. But she's.
You don't need to get into the top 20 or 30%. All you really need to do is become a man. That's it, right? Top the percentage, the numbers, forget about it. Your kingdom is your kingdom. Understand, if anything, if you're going to learn anything from the space luchador, learn this. One man, one woman. You're this man, just concentrate on your woman. Forget about the percentages, forget about the numbers, forget about the world. It's just you and her in your kingdom. That's it. You can be the king of your kingdom, which this would be your house or whatever the hell. That's your kingdom. Understand that, forget about the world, and then you can, if you can master this, the world doesn't matter. To her, in your kingdom, you're the man. That's it. All right. So if you're gonna learn anything, learn that.
She's not touching on really any of the reality of it. She makes it sound like if you do all these steps, you're gonna come across and find yourself a great woman.
She didn't say do all these steps. Understand them and learn. Are you? Remember, this is this is a test, right? We're getting points to see do you have these. I had, I'm doing the points here, so let's see.
You might find yourself a woman. Is she worth all the effort of this, though? That's my.
So I say, so what's the point of all this? You find yourself a woman, but is she worth it? You're wrong right off the bat, and that's what I'm saying. That's wrong with his message.
My contention that she is not.
Start and lead an interaction. A woman hardly ever takes charge of an interaction. We expect that a man would be able to carry a conversation from start to finish. Why? Because, like I mentioned before, we
Yep.
want our men to be a leader in every.
Yep. What she should say, translation. We want our men to fish us. That's it, right? Yes, the fish don't jump out of the damn water onto your body. I mean, it does happen, but they don't jump out of the damn water, right? And that's it. Like they don't go where you're at. The fishermen, right? Have you anybody's ever seen these fishing shows, right? Anywhere, right? They always go on the Black Stallion, right? He's got his crew and season, right? It's the whatever season they show up to where every year they always go no fish. Captain doesn't go, well, you know what? Turns out no fish. Guess what they do? They go down south or down or wherever the hell they go where the fishes are. To do what? Spoiler alert. Fish them. That's it. They don't interact it. They're just in the ocean, right? It's your job to go where they're at and fish them. That's what she's saying.
Every possible way. And if he can be that leader and lead us through an interaction from open to close, it stimulates us emotionally and can't You can't help but feel attraction towards him. Okay, time for the last question, and this one is so crucial. Question 23.
Finally.
Can you flirt properly? Flirting is what sparks a sexual chemistry between a man and a woman. A woman can find you cool and attractive, but if she feels there's no chemistry between you, no matter how attractive you are or attracted she is.
A Joker skipped all that, right? The fishing one. All right, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, I got 17 points. Sure enough, probably the Joker ain't even gonna finish. Let's see.
She most probably won't consider having an intimate relationship with you.
Oh,
Yeah, if you can't flirt, you suck, right? No sexual tension, meaning it won't release sex. So, I mean, self-explanatory, right?
but remember, guys, if you flirt and she doesn't find you attractive, you're harassing her.
Again, why are you so negative? If you're going through life, well, any type of interaction, and that's your first thought, you failed. Get rid of it. Again, remember the space leader. They hate weakness. That's damn near the other job that women do, right? They try to eliminate at all cost weakness.
Only when she finds you attractive and you flirt is that okay. Now, again, which is which? Who knows? Who knows? You certainly don't know. So you might either get her phone number or you might get.
Well, I know. I know I'm going in to catch a fish, and I believe it so damn much that I'm going to catch the fish. That's it. There ain't no, well, I don't know. What if the fish doesn't like me? Well, that's not the point. If the point is you have to catch you don't ask the damn fish, well, the fish catches me. I mean, does the fish like me? You just catch it. That's what fishermen do.
And in HR, I always recommend never, ever date anybody at work. I just like HR because that's who everybody complains to. But the bouncer gets a phone call.
I hate that. That's a classic. Guys that can't do it. It's the I don't shit where I work. And I'm like, shut up. All right, you shit where you're at. That's it. Put it that way.
Or gets called over the coffee guy, or she puts on social media a photo of you or your name or something and says you're a creepy dude. They say that they love it, but the problem is when they don't love it, they complain. And she makes all these assumptions that guys are supposed to know.
Because they eliminate weakness. Out of it. Get out of it. They don't like it in their presence. They don't want it anywhere. It doesn't serve a purpose. In all reality, if you think about it, biologically, just in life in general, weakness to women, it is it's the enemy.
When and how and if this is okay and how's it going, and a lot of guys don't. A lot of guys don't get those signals. And women have admitted that they use these signals to get things from men, even if they're not interested in dating them. Oh, yeah, I flirt with him a little bit, or I'm nice, or I pretend like I like him a little bit. He takes me out to dinner once a week, or I get lunches with him. Or
Oh, that's a future video. I call it the ticket, but that's for later.
He's someone I can hang out with and talk to, but I have no interest in him romantically. But they give off those signals. There's another article that I did on this a little while ago. So again, you never know. And how are you supposed to know? You're not.
In other words, she'd be very hesitant to give you her number, go on a date, or get physical with you. This is what makes flirting so important. It's the number one thing which sparks sexual chemistry. So if you're one of those very few men who can flirt properly with women, pat yourself in the back. You've no idea what a gigantic advantage that is. On the other hand, if you can't flirt with women, like 99% of men out there, you must do something about it fast. And agree.
She says 99% of men don't know how to flirt.
She's not wrong. It's the top 1% for a reason. It literally is.
Do you realize there's a gold mine in your smartphone?
Really?
See, there's an app that 99.9% of people have.
There you go. Is that coincidence? 99% of people don't use their gold mine in their phone.
Okay, so only 1% of men know how to flirt. Okay, good.
Yep.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Now, I admit a lot of guys are maybe nervous or shy about it.
Hell, husbands don't know how to flirt. They don't know. Hell, they don't know how to make love to their own wife. I mean, I was shocked when I learned this. It turns out some guys are like, how do I get my own wife into it? It's like, what? She's your wife. That's like saying, how do I turn on my TV? You don't know how to turn on your TV, sir? Well, have you pressed the on button? Where is that? Well, we're gonna troubleshoot your situation, sir, Mister Bachelor, Mister Better Bachelor, sir. Um, is the TV connected? Damn, that's damn near where we're at. All right, at this point.
But I know a lot of guys that are perfectly fine with flirting and telling jokes and being funny and interesting. Do you know what, though? They don't. Why do they not? They just leave things flat because they don't know if they're going to get in trouble or not. They don't know if
Defeating the purpose. See, you see how it goes right back to he's scared. Don't, and that's the problem. You ain't fishing if you're scared to fish.
they're going to have a complaint filed against them or not. So they just say, you know what? I don't, women have scared me to the point where I'm not even going to try anymore. And that's where a lot of
Well, that's your loss, bro. That's why it's literally 1%. Nowadays, might be less, right? It's like point something. It's getting worse out there. But hopefully, Space Solution not too late. I could bring it back around, right? If we can make it 2%, 3% would be perfect. Back to normal. Like back, it used to be 3%. Magic number, 3%. Now we're down to 1. This might be it if we can't turn it around.
of men. I think it was something like 30 or 30. I did this in another video. 30 or 35% of men in college felt that it might be harassing if they asked a girl for their phone number or asked them out on a date. Just that alone, they said, I think I can get in trouble. A third of
Don't go to college campuses to do anything. You ain't gonna get no smart answer there, man. That's the worst place to get any type of actual knowledge.
college age guys. Now, as those guys get older, as those guys hear more stories, as those guys get turned down more, pretty soon it'll be at 50%. This is the world you ladies have created where a lot of men
No.
are just like, I don't even know what to do anymore. I don't know what's.
The world just is. It's never changed. What changed is the men. The men are no longer men. They're just guys, dudes. Right? Just get back to being what we were meant to do.
It's okay. Is this okay if I do this? What's the point? Now, there are guys that are out there going, oh, you're just shy or you're awkward or whatever. I go out and get it constantly, man. Okay, good for you. Go for it. Go for it. That's a lot of energy. And maybe you find that it's worth it. A lot of guys don't. And in the same token, again, this is like, if you don't know this stuff, this can be mountains of work. I mean, looking back at everything I've learned over the years, just talking with people and
Why is it such a hassle though? Like I think it's in the water, right? I saw this thing. I said it in the food not for men video, which I don't even remember. It's in there somewhere in my profile. All the shit we're eating, right? Everything is processed. It's all has soy and corn syrup and all that shit. Guess what? Spoiler alert, all that shit is killing the testosterone. So when when your testosterone level is down, guess what else goes down? Your drive, specifically sex drive. If you don't have that drive, you are screwed. And ultimately, women are screwed, not literally, which is the actual problem. But again, you must understand what I'm actually saying. Right? Fix the men, you fix the women. It's that simple, but ultimately very, very hard to do.
various books I've read, it is a lot of work. And in the end result, only you can determine if it's worth it or not for you. But if you ask me now, looking back, I would probably say no.
Great for
There you go. No drive at all. And again, nothing against the better bachelor guy, dude, Joker. But in a competition, you wouldn't even make the team. And if you're okay with it, then hey, everybody else is too. Sadly, right? You're not needed. Weakness. eliminate it, get rid of it, quit. Right? That's what women do, right? That's why there's more of you, 99%, being thrown out because it has no use to women.
First step would be
And if you can't find the use as a man for women, then you are truly lost. And we might be going down faster.
to check out my F formula. The F formula is
All right, and this is where she goes into her pitch for, hey, check out my F formula, and this is how to meet men, and et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, when she gets to her percentages, I think it was over 16 to 20 is you're very attractive to women.
I got 17. So there you go. See, right in the middle. So 16 to 20. All right, I got 17. I could work on one more at 17, 18. Now I'm 2 away, right? 2 or 3 away from perfect. What did Joker get?
And 20 and over, you're in the top 1% of attractive men to women. According to this, and I was being pretty fair. I'm pretty comfortable in my own skin. The only thing I ding myself for is being socially awkward. But even if you took away the ability to flirt and 1 or 2 more points, I'm still above 20. So you're going to tell me I'm the top?
You got he went above 20. Well, remember, understand. Yeah, he got the score on the test is good, but can you do it in the field where it matters? And that's the difference. It's like, yeah, okay, you studied it, you got the theory, right? Now you got your little diploma, but can you actually do the job? That's the difference. And I don't think he's gonna explain that.
Top 1% of attractive men in the United States. Give me a break. My bald 5'6", 5'7", whatever I am, frame is no. There are plenty.
Yeah, you ain't gonna convince a woman of that. It's not like a woman's gonna say, "Hey, you're wrong. You're wrong, Mister Better Bachelor. I'll prove it to you." Nope. There's your. You're doing it to yourself, man. So there you go. I'm not on board with the Better Bachelor here, and I think his only flaw is that he sells himself short, and he thinks that women ain't worth it. And I think it's because you haven't really ever actually tasted the sweat. I'm talking actually tasted it, right? It's almost like a drug. It's like it's that damn good. And I think you just haven't tasted it, right? Like if you don't know what it is, then you ain't gonna miss it. And if you don't think it's worth it, then I just think, well, more for me, as they say. So there you go.
Plenty more men that are the tall, good-looking, athletic, handsome players out there that have this game down very tight, very tight. And those are the ones that the women are, swiping. Oh, okay, he put someone in an early grave, and he likes to I don't know, do harmful things to harmful people, but he's got a six-pack, he's super tall and super hot, so I swiped on him. And then he said, hey, do you just want to come over and F? And they're like, yeah, time, place. Those guys, I mean, there was the Tinder experiment of that I did in a video. Women were just falling all over themselves to go out with a really horrible person. Why? Because he was tall and he was a bad boy and he was attractive and he had tattoos. So, yes, here's the thing. If you actually are interacting with a woman on a regular basis and she hasn't friend zoned you and you go through these steps, yes, there is a chance that you may have the opportunity to date her. It's a slim chance, but in the same token, this is a video I'm planning to do for tomorrow night because I'm running late tonight. This is why tomorrow night I'm putting out a video that tells you why women that have lots of guy friends, you should not date them. Or if you do, it's super casual and just assume.
No. You're setting yourself up again for failure. or he said, what do you say? The women are attracted. Well, could it be, right? And I'm gonna say this: could it be that women that looking for guys in Tinder um are the bad fishes, right? Like the ones that kind of gone through all this shit already and probably have and they are not looking for a man in Tinder. Well, they all women are looking for a man, but I mean, in Tinder they're looking for the experience because at this point, right, it's like somebody that's starving. Right? If you're a woman and you're looking out for love in Tinder, you're gonna go to the extreme, right? Because you're not looking for that anymore. Now you're looking to just, like he said, F because you just haven't had any, and at this point, you already did the cycle, right? You laid your eggs out at the beach, and now you're back in the ocean. You did a couple of seasons of them, and at this point, it's like, hey, I just wanna, I just wanna get whatever I can with whatever's left, and at that point, you end up, yes, swiping on the bed. Well, screw it, because you ain't looking for any of that. You're looking. You don't want to do the big trip. Now you just want the satisfaction because that's all you got, right? Your time is run out, right? And now you want to get all your F's in, but because it's literally too late. So there you go. So again, he got more points than me. I hope that these three videos, 1, 2, and 3, it was a long ass video, but I do like to break it down, and it actually time goes really quick, and I will explain. Hopefully, you guys get interactive with it. Comment down below where you agree, where you don't disagree. Maybe you saw something I didn't. Right? Do you agree with him? Do you agree with me? Do you think the chick is ridiculous? Right? Whatever it is, we're all trying to sell something. All three of us. Right? It's just a matter of up to you which one makes sense, which one is actually the truth. I'm claiming I have the truth. So there you go. If you believe that, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, right? Share, get it out there. Maybe this guy could see me, right? I'll do one of those like collabs where I'll go on his show or he could go on mine. Maybe he thinks I'm too smart, whatever. Doesn't matter, right? But if he's interested, I could, we could do the debate and maybe give a little bit of entertainment and a little bit of wisdom to you guys out there. So there you go. Space Lucha out on this one. I'll see you on the next one. I got a couple things that I got planned. So there you go. Yeah, Space Luchador out.